Welcome Run 50 States My Way to Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, state number 13 for the Jim Thorpe Marathon and 7 Miler. Packet pickup with socks,
extra large,
for $12, short sleeve shirts for Run Like a Big Train, Run Like a Bear $20, and then Jim Thorpe for $25. Best part about the Jim Thorpe Marathon and 7 Miler, which is what I will be doing today, is you have to take a train to the start of the race. So check it. We have the train, of course the line for the porta potties. I have my train ticket. We're ready to go. Hello.
Alrighty, you can just take your time, watch your step.
Perfect, thank you. All right. All right, so when you're on a train, there actually is a toilet. It's like a little airplane toilet, and you have to pump it. So it doesn't smell the best. It is definitely old, but there it is. There is a potty on the toilet, or on the train.
Welcome aboard. We're glad to have you here. Before we get started, we have a few important announcements to make. For this crowd, I don't think it's necessary, but we're still bound to make these announcements. Smoking is forbidden on the train. I know. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's like going to a convention with nuns and telling them to behave. Please, and vaping also, not allowed. Alcoholic beverage in any form, not allowed. Can't do it. If you have any small children, I saw a few, but not many. If you have any small children with you, please keep them controlled in the seats. No running up and down the aisles. This is a railroad, not a playground. We have to really pay close attention to that. For your safety, keep your head and hands inside the car at all times. Have your tickets ready. A car host or the conductor will be along shortly to stamp them. Give you a brief history of the town that you're in if you haven't had this ride before. The town of Jim Thorpe is named to honor Olympic medal winner Jim Thorpe, named athlete of the 20th century. Through an interesting set of circumstances, Jim Thorpe's widow heard about the drive for economic survival in the Mock Chunk towns. She approached them for assistance in securing a suitable burial place for her husband. It was then agreed that if the towns of East Mock Chunk and Mock Chunk would merge, change their names to Jim Thorpe, and erect a monument in his name, she'd allow Jim Thorpe to be buried there. In May of 1954, the town of Jim Thorpe was born when the two towns merged. A beautiful 20-ton red marble memorial honors Jim Thorpe's resting place. The memorial bears the words of King Gustav V of Sweden as he presented the 1912 Olympic medals to Jim Thorpe, stating, "Sir, you are the greatest athlete in the world." Today, the town of Jim Thorpe sits quietly on the banks of the Lehigh River and looks much as it did 150 years ago when carriages clattered down the streets, train cars rolled along the rails, and barges floated down the Lehigh Canal. Coal was king back then, and the town was one of the most prosperous shipping locations in the country. Sit back, enjoy the ride into some of the most beautiful mountain scenery in Pennsylvania.
And we're off.
Lehigh line.
Thank you.
This is the former Lehigh Valley Railroad that was once owned by Asa Packard. The Lehigh Valley Main Line went from Penn Station in New York City to Buffalo, New York.
We are all
a distance
set.
of over 400.
We've officially gotten off the train at Penn Haven. There are two options to get off the train. Now is the first stop. I was originally going to take the train all the way up to Whitehaven, where the marathon starts, and then come back here and start my race at 9:30 because there are two stops for the 7 Miler. I elected to get off the train instead of riding the train for 3 hours because I didn't know how hungry I would get, and I am walking. What I do want to point out, it is really challenging to get off of the train. It definitely stretches you out a little bit, but the train conductors are doing a great job helping people get off the train. All right, why I wanted to come all the way back here was to see the actual locomotive. So here it is. Hopefully we can get up here before it actually takes off. There's the conductor. Woohoo!
Yeah! Woo!
And here's the start. Woohoo! And we're off.
Go Ashley!
And we made it to the back of the train just as it goes and takes off. And there's the caboose. Woohoo! My favorite part of a train. Definitely hope not. The race director put out signs that says, "Run like a bear is chasing you." And we certainly hope not. What is great about this trail is that it is open year-round. A lot of people bike it and walk it and hike it. This morning it's really foggy in the mountains, so it's giving it a really nice surreal look and absolutely beautiful. Passing the waterfall that we tried to get yesterday on the train, but how cool is this that I can actually get it? There it is right there while on the race. So again, what's nice about this race is it is really secluded in the Poconos Mountains. It's at the base of the Poconos, actually. Jim Thorpe is known as the Switzerland of Pennsylvania, and we'll show you some video in another vlog really about why, and it's just how cute and quaint it is. But the ones that stayed on the train, I think, might be more runners from what it looks like. I mean, granted, I am in the back of the pack at the moment because I've just been taking some pictures and stuff, but it does look like I'm not the only walker. So I'm just treating this as a nice 7-mile hike, because after all, we know it's Run 50 States my way. And if I'm gonna do a 7-miler, which is the longest distance to date, I'm not gonna go crazy. I am doing something uncharacteristic. I'm wearing my hiking vest. That way I have plenty of water. I also have my emergency cord and whistle and things like that in case I do need help, because they did say, you know, this is a really remote course. So much so that GPS watches often malfunction, as well as there's no cell phone service. So you're really dependent on the bikers that are coming through or other hikers. I just realized that there's truly no reception because I had my Spotify on and it's not on anymore. We're passing the marathon 20-mile mark. Again, along the river. We're gonna get better views of it up here coming up. And it looks like we are just about a mile in because we have our first water stop coming up here. It does look like it's unmanned, with just, you know, Gatorade coolers and things like that. So my recommendation when doing races like this that are a little bit more rugged and unique is plan ahead and always, you know, pack extra stuff. I have an applesauce because I don't like goo, and I do have a honey stinger waffle in my pack. If I had stayed on the train the whole time, I would have brought an extra like granola bar or something like that. But again, decided not to do the whole train ride all the way up to Whitehaven. This will allow me to get back, have breakfast with my parents who are on this vacation with us, but also to really be able to just chill and then hopefully see Ryan finish, which is always what our goal is. If I had walked this starting at 9:30, give or take, I would have probably finished right around when he finished. So this allows me to just be more chill and take it easy. I'm a little jealous that I didn't get to take the train all the way up to Whitehaven because the train is really cool. We are going to put a separate vlog from our train ride that we did with my parents yesterday when we got here. And we were in the dome glass car, which was really cool, especially because it was pouring yesterday. Can't control the weather, but absolutely beautiful. The fog seems to be lifting from the mountains, and it's showing I just hit 1 mile. Don't know exactly how accurate it is, but that's what it's saying. I also fully understand the importance of gaiters. Didn't really understand what they, you know, really do. It's kind of like a sleeve for your foot, but I already can tell you I have some pebbles in my shoe. So gaiters for your feet, highly recommended for this race. I didn't do trail shoes, I just did my Brooks Levitates because I didn't feel like I needed the trail shoes. So it's not trail, it's just this compressed micro gravel that likes to shoot up at you. But so far, so good. 6 more miles-ish to go. And I'm loving the beauty of the Lehigh Gorge State Park. Absolutely beautiful. Morning. We have...
I've got UCAN or I've got water.
What is UCAN?
Like a Gatorade.
Let's give it a go.
All right, let's give it a go. If you don't like it, then you can wash it down with...
Trying something new.
Look at her!
Okay, it's better than, what's that stuff that I didn't like, Run 50 States My Way, that we had in Utah that is like Liquid IV and kind of like this. I can't remember what it is. I'm going to have to look it up and I'll put it in text because that I don't like. This is a solid neutral. Solid neutral. You can. Pretty good. Mile marker 3, water stop along the course. Really important on a course like this is to make sure you actually throw away your cups and not throw them down on the trail. In our race packet information, they were very specific about that because again, this is a state park. It's a well-traveled trail and we want to try to leave no trace as much as possible to keep nature as beautiful as it is. So runners, just be mindful. If you are using goo or some type of race fuel, make sure that you know, you put it in your pocket, or if you're wearing a runner vest, you know, don't just throw down the packets like we sometimes do on a road race. For example, I just ate a little tablespoon of peanut butter. That's my goo. And I put it back in my pocket in my bag. But that water stop was awesome. Right at the 5K mile 22 mark. So they had that electrolyte type fuel, which actually wasn't half bad. So we are 4 miles away from our finish, and so far we're doing pretty good. I never was content unless I was trying my skill or testing my endurance. Jim Thorpe. Right before mile, what I'm showing is 5, mile marker 24, we have another water stop. Unmanned, but there. You do hit a couple porta potties as you come into this parking area, which is designed more for hikers. I'm guessing we're coming up to where the Glen, I'm gonna say it wrong, Onoko, I think, Glen Onoko Falls is. There is the abandoned train tunnel that you can go into. They say bring a flashlight. The trailhead is gonna be up here. Hopefully Ryan and I will make it back there. But the trains got too big to go through that tunnel, so they don't use it anymore. Really cool. So here's a nice little split, and we have somebody directing traffic, which is very important. I'm guessing we go this way.
Yeah, watch the mud there. You can hug the corner. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you. Loving it. Our first muddy spot. Crossing the bridge. Hopefully, the sign that we just saw that says Jim Thorpe 2.3 miles is wrong. Because according to my watch, we really only have a little over a mile left to go. So we'll see what's accurate. Is it 7 or is it 8 miles to go? Or 7 or 8 mile trail? I don't know. We're gonna find out. I'm hoping it's 7. Wow. This is what it's all about. Finding those races that are truly different and get you to places that you normally would never come to. Unbelievable. Breathtakingly beautiful. We'll see you back at the finish. There is the finish. My watch was just showing 7. It is hard to gauge though because we did lose reception a couple times. But if it's a 7.2 so that those Boston marathoners, because this is a Boston Marathon course, could get their distance, then we'll be forgiving that our 7 miles was a little bit over 7 miles. But it wasn't 8, which is what I was worried about. And here we go, right in a mud puddle. Woo! Ooh, in the mud, finishing in the mud. State number 13. Woohoo!
Great job! Great job!
Finished.
All done.
Yay! Thank you. We get a towel and a medal. Ooh, down here, I gotta go down here. This is where all the stuff is. Epic medal. I don't know. Oh, here we go. They're all different. So here's the full marathon, the half or the 7 miler. Those are beautiful. Marathon. That was the funniest thing ever. And we've got cheese puffs, potato chips, Rice Krispie treats, bananas, oranges. Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. Pretzel. Apples, granola bars, and candy. I think I'm going to have to break the fact that I should not be eating gluten, and we're gonna eat a pretzel. Just being real with ya. We earned it.
Hi, 50 staters. Due to the trail delay, this is actually the road that we're running on for 2 through 4. It's beautiful out here. Can't complain, the weather is holding up. We'll report back more later. Hello 50 States. I am at 7.5 miles. As you can tell, I'm very red. It is very humid on the course, but the course is absolutely beautiful and gorgeous. Enjoying every minute of it. Many waterfalls everywhere. Going across by the river and seeing many spectacular runners. All right, 50 States. I'm at 15.5 miles. It's been a very beautiful course following this river. Met lots of people encouraging each other. Also, a lot of other race medical people have been riding bikes up and down this course, checking on people, which is a plus. So, good job. Thank you, guys. Awesome people. Woo! Hi everybody. I'm at mile 25. This has been a very hot and humid race. As you can tell, people are walking, trying to conserve energy, make sure no one passes out. But overall, this has been a really good race. Good training run for you go a 50 miler. I'm enjoying this immensely. I would definitely redo this race again, but I'll see everyone at the finish.
50 States my way, we came back to find a husband. At the finish, they do have the shirts that you can purchase, all of the goodies. It has significantly gotten hotter. It is 12:11, so definitely glad I did the early finish because, or the early start, sorry, the early start and early finish, because it made a big difference. Hopefully we will have a Ryan soon so that we don't have to worry about how we had to park the car. But here they come. And that mud puddle is still there. We have a husband. Always making it look easy.
Only a little bit further.
Finishing it up. Great job. Well, runners, that's a wrap on state number 13 at the Jim Thorpe Running Festival. Ryan did great, as you saw, coming into the finish nice and strong. We're going to put up a picture of us by the caboose at the end of this video. We love our medal. We had a great day. It did get really hot, so just make sure that if you plan to do this race that you hydrate and you get some electrolytes, because it did get hot really quickly and a lot of people were having cramps and had to DNF. So with that, like, comment down below, and most importantly, subscribe, because we have a whole bunch of content coming at you from Pennsylvania. Next stop for us will be around Jim Thorpe, touring the different things that there is to see, as well as going to Gettysburg. Thanks for watching. Run 50 States my way, 1 mile at a time.